C8391 subject code from University, Chennai, and construction materials, which carries the credit of 3. And this is the objective of the subject. As the name indicates, it is used to study, or we are going to study the uses of different materials that is used in construction, and we are going to study the in-depth properties of the different materials that we are going to use in constructions. And there are different civil engineering materials that you are aware, and you can see it in construction sites, and they are the stones, bricks, sand, cement, concrete, steel, timber, and modern materials. So these are some of the materials that you have seen in construction sites. Some other materials like paint, varnish, distemper, as well as plywood or veneers, and different timber materials, also glass materials. All these also comes under construction materials. So all the 5 units are dedicated for studying the properties, the different types and different uses of various construction materials. And this is the first unit. First unit covers stones and bricks and concrete blocks. As we normally name the concrete blocks as brick blocks or special bricks. So the syllabus can be divided into 3 parts. The first part is about stone, and the stone is as you all know, stone is a very important building material before the common usage of bricks. And how are you going to select it, and what are the tests we are going to do in a stone, and how stones can be preserved, those we are going to learn. Next is brick. When you come to bricks, when you take a brick, bricks has different types and different, what's the how do you manufacture bricks, what are the tests in a bricks or properties in a brick, we'll be learning it. And also we'll be learning some bricks for special use, that's the third part of the unit. And we'll be learning about refractory bricks, cement concrete blocks, and lightweight concrete blocks. The textbooks that can be used for these are Dougal, Building Materials by Dougal, Building Materials by P.C. Varghese, Engineering Material by R.K. Rajput, and Concrete Technology by M.S. Shetty. Third unit is completely covered in Concrete Technology by M.S. Shetty. First is stone. What is a stone? Civilization has a stone age because using stones they developed fire, using stones they developed weapons. Before forming weapons using metals, they used stones to form weapons. So they are naturally available building materials and long term available, and it's from the old age. And what makes up the stones are extracted from rocks. When you take rocks, the rocks comprises of, finally rocks can be crushed and powdered into earthly materials, and the earthly materials microscopically when you see it consist of minerals. So stones are natural hard substances formed from minerals and earth material which are present in rocks. Okay, the rocks are cut into required shape, and those are stones, and the stones are used in building blocks. Okay, they are used in olden days in residential purposes, also for large temples and palaces they are used. When you take Taj Mahal, it's made up of the stone marble, and when you take a Red Fort, it is made up of the stone quartzite. So there are different stones, and different stones contribute to different structures in the olden days. These are some of the pictures of stones. Okay, when I said it is a natural earthy material, finally rock comes from a natural earthy material. When you take the microscopic form, it has minerals in it. And how will you find out it is a mineral? A mineral has following properties, and they are hardness. Hardness depends. There is a scale called Mohs scale of hardness. It is used to measure the hardness of a stone or a rock. Next we say take cleavage. What is a cleavage? When you break a stone, it can break into one or two or three, depending upon the cleavage. So the cleavage is the plane of weaknesses. The planes of weaknesses through which a stone breaks, those are called cleavages. Third one is the streak, and fourth one is the color. Color and streak are very similar but different things. How they are similar? Because streak deals with color of a material or a mineral, and color deals with also appearance of the mineral. Quartz may look transparent when we look at it, so the color can be transparent or glassy. When you break it, you can see it as a white powder or white pink powder. So when you break it, the color changes. So those kind of when you powder it, you can see the true colors, and that is streak. When you without powdering, when you see a mineral, that is color. Luster, the appearance of the stone. For example, when you look into a mica is a stone, and you look into a mica sheet, you can see like a glass or black color glass எப்படி இருக்குமோ அப்படிதான் தெரியும். So the mica glass is called, the appearance is glassy luster. When you sometimes the luster can be pearly luster. What is pearly luster? Pearl, it looks like pearl. When you take ஒரு கூழாங்கல் எடுத்து பாருங்க, it will have a luster of pearl. Specigravity. The specigravity deals with the density of the material to the divided by the density of the standard material, and there is what, and specigravity will give an idea of the what material or what mineral it is, and the shape of the crystals also gives the idea of minerals. And first important property is Mohs scale of hardness. What is Mohs scale of hardness? It's a scale of 1 to 10. It will tell how hard the mineral is. 1 is the softest mineral and 10 is the hardest mineral. So 1, 2, 3, gradually increasing hardness scale. So when you take the first mineral, talc is the softest mineral. It is richly present in talcum powder. Gypsum is the next hardest, harder than talcum, but still it's a powder, and it is abundantly present in it is mostly present in cement. You can see it is in cement. Calcite is a mineral, and the calcite is mostly present in limestone and marble. The marble and limestone, no, the chemical composition is calcium carbonate, which is nothing but the calcite mineral. Calcite is soft. Then 4, fluorite. Fluorite, next is apatite. It's a 5. It can be cut with a knife. Next is feldspar. Feldspar and orthoclase. They are hardest minerals present in stone granite. Feldspar and quartz are richly present in granite. When you consider feldspar, it gives a pink shades to the granite, and when you take quartz, it gives glassy shades to the, or white shades to the, sparkling shades to the granite. So 8 is topaz, 9th is corundum, and 10th is the diamond. Diamond is the hardest stone mineral, and topaz, corundum, diamond are richly present in stones. Topaz, corundum, and diamond. I mean, the mineral name and the stone name are very similar. Topaz, corundum, and diamond are rich in very strong material stones, so they are used as very precious stones or rich gemstones. They are used as. Feldspar and quartz are rich in granite. Calcite is rich in marble. So when you want a very strong stone for a construction of floor, we mostly prefer granite. We should mostly prefer granite than marbles, because marbles have the soft mineral calcite, whereas granites the strong minerals or hard minerals feldspar and quartz. This is called rock cycle. What is rock cycle? When you take rock cycle, they are usually formed from magma. First, igneous rocks are formed from magma. The igneous rocks will undergo some erosion due to weather changes. They deposit in some other place and they form another rocks called sedimentary rocks. And the sedimentary rocks, when they undergo several changes in pressure and temperature, and those will change themselves into metamorphic rocks.